Hey guys, so today I want to talk to you about this crystal right here. This is pyrite. And pyrite is, for me, this is how I use it and this is how I, you know, um, regard it and regard its power and like have that association with because you can give crystals a program and you can give them that specific personalized you know job to do for you, that meaning behind it. But for me, this crystal pyrite is all about reflecting negativity away. And when you think about reflecting negativity away, right, you really have to not absorb it, not allow it to go into you and invade your mind and invade your space. How people say, like, they're not paying rent in your head. Like, you gotta like get them out of your head. Like, you can't allow people to occupy your headspace. That's yours. That your attention is yours, your composure is yours, the way that you handle yourself is all about you, like taking ownership of your life, right? And I feel like, it's easy to blame others. It's easy to say, well, they made me feel this way. Well, it's because they did that and then I reacted. So, you really have to think about, like, reflecting negativity away, even within ourselves. People don't necessarily even have to do anything to you. You can just jump to one conclusion to the other and assume that someone feels this way about you, or that they caused something to happen when in reality it didn't go down like that. So you really have to, like, make sure that you are really just staying positive. But it's so much more than that, and I want to, like, touch, like, kind of unpack this, if you will, because there's a lot to cover with, like, being, repelling negativity and kind of being, like, invincible to negativity and having, like, this force field around you of energy that, your aura is so strong, you're high vibrational, that all of this stuff just bounces off of you, just like imagine like a bubble around you, and it just, someone's negative comment, it just pops, it doesn't pop the bubble, it just bounces, and it just goes right back to its source. It just goes right back to where it came from. And really the way to do that is to just not react, not give, like, the fuel, not give that energy, and that really comes with attention and focus, right? So if someone causes you to feel something, or tries to poke you, tries to prod at you, presents a piece of bait that, they expect you to come and run and take that bait and just really, react, and now you're the, they're the puppeteer, you're like attached to them, like you're letting them call the shots, you're letting them control your temper and control your decision making. And ignoring negativity is really good, but also putting your foot down and not allowing yourself to feel small. Like, I know for me, like, if I'm in a negative space, like, the first thing I want to do is, like, because I'm very introverted, I want to just kind of be a little bit more shy, or talk a little bit softer, or maybe not say something, like, not expand myself. But in those moments of negativity, you really have to be big. You have to stand up with your spine, erect and just tall, and shoulders back, and be that big person that you are, and expand your energy. That's why I love the affirmation that I associate with pyrite. It's, I am in control of the energy I allow in. I keep my energy safe and radiantly glowing. So whenever you find yourself, maybe you're with some toxic people, you just find yourself among some negative people, some toxic vibes, be big, stand up straight, speak assertively, maybe speak a little louder, because for me, I noticed that helps a lot, because for the longest time, whenever I would be around negative people, I would just get, like, kind of like scared, I guess, like, I don't like this sort of energy, so I'm just gonna be small, and when I worked at these toxic jobs, these toxic jobs where I would just have these negative coworkers, And really, I manifested it even more because, you know, it's like that saying, what you resist persists. So like, I would always say like, oh my God, I already know I'm not going to get along with them. Or, oh, I didn't like what they said. Or, oh, I have a judgment about them. And then, you know, if you're looking for negativity within a person, you're going to see that. You know, like, you know, when you meet a person for the first time and you shake their hand and you're like, hi, yeah, nice to meet you. And maybe you're saying to yourself, maybe you have this bias right off the bat. I'm not going to get along with them. I don't like them. They're snotty. Like, you're manifesting that. You're going to see it. You're creating all those reasons to not like them, you know? But if you meet someone and you're just like, oh my God, I like this person already. And it's like, you don't even know them, you know? It's like that saying, like sugar and salt, you know, they both look the same, right? Like maybe you think this person's really good intentions, but they end up like being so bad to you, right? So it is about your perception, but you also have to think about like, okay, how am I approaching people? How am I, you know, approaching it? Am I approaching it with neutrality and observing it and just seeing, let them show you who they are, right? Instead of like forming this judgment before you know, kind of see who they are. Like let them present themselves to you. But like working at these toxic like jobs that I used to work at, like just feeling so drained, and I would come home so fried, not even because my work was difficult, but just because of all the mental, just it was so taxing, you know what I'm saying? It was so stressful and taxing on my mind, just having to be very vigilant and notice this and notice that and watch everything they do, because, you know, when you feel under attack, all of a sudden you're hyper vigilant, your attention, you know, is very, very focused in on that person, because if you feel like they can cause harm to you, you know, not physical, maybe physical, you know, whatever, any kind of harm, right? Or maybe you just feel like, oh, they're two-faced, you know, I have to be on my toes, and I have to be ready to see what they're gonna do, and I have to defend myself, you know? And, you know, when you have this sort of thing, like, you're really letting them play the game, and you're just like the ball, and they're just bouncing you wherever they want to bounce you. But you really have to take control of your life and of your actions and of your attention and of your focus and of your words and of the way you carry yourself. You know, don't let others dictate you, you know? And like dealing with negativity, maybe you find yourself doing things or saying things you normally wouldn't, or becoming someone that you're not, just to cope, just to deal and, you know, deal with the negativity and just to survive it, you know? Like, well, you know, it's something that I just have to do to get through my day. And like, I always used to feel like that, like working at these toxic jobs, as I said, you know, like dead end job after dead end job, like just working amongst people. And I felt like I was a target. I felt like, oh, well, I'm just a target to rude people. I'm just a target to, you know, just negativity. I'm just like an easy, like people see me as like an easy target, you know? And it's not like that. You have to be yourself, because when you're around negativity, if you become someone you're not, you're going to attract things that aren't meant for you. And, you know, something that I always love to say is, be careful who you pretend to be. You might forget who you are. So really pay attention when you're around negative people. Maybe it's a family member. How do you act? Do you act angry when you really, like, this isn't your true self? You know, do you know who you are? Your consciousness, your energy, your love and light, and all of these things, right? Like, so think about, like, would you normally act this way, or are they poking and prodding and making you act this way? Because whatever, you know, however you act, you're gonna be getting that back. So be in control of yourself, and when you're around negative people, don't let them diminish your energy. Be radiantly glowing. That's why I love the affirmation with the pyrite. And, you know, pyrite, it is part of it's featured in our solar energy candle, and it comes with the pyrite on top and the pyrite inside the candle. And then on the bottom of the candle, you can meditate and set your intention, because on the bottom of the candle is the affirmation: I am in control of the energy I allow in. I keep my energy safe and radiantly glowing. So I think that's it for this video, but let me know if you have any questions or comments. Let me know in the comment section, of course. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at LifeStone USA. And until the next time, peace and gratitude.